Hi guys. I grew up in a baseball family, and as a young boy, I was always at baseball fields. If it wasn't my games and it was my brother's games, uh, it has always been a really big part of who I am, and especially when it comes to talking about pitching. I've been pitching since I was 12 years old, and now 8 years later, I feel like I'm very knowledgeable of the position. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys today about the different pitches there is in baseball, how to grip them, the effects they have, and what movement they'll give you going into the hitter's eyes. Now, before all that, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the history of the sport. Abner Doubleday is known to be the founder of baseball. According to experts at SeanLaham.com, baseball is based off the English sport rounders. And according to experts at History.com, it is also based on the sport cricket, which is, pretty obvious because those sports involve pitching and hitting. Now, getting into the actual gripping of the baseballs and what kind of pitches there is, the first one I want to talk to you guys about was a four-seam fastball. This pitch is, you want the seams to give you, facing me, the seams are going to give me it looks like a backwards C, and your index and middle finger are going to go right over that, across that, just like this. So looking at it from my direction, it's going to give me a backwards C. The second pitch I wanted to show you guys was a two-seam fastball. There's two ways to throw this ball. The first way is looking at the seams from my side. I want the seams parallel going down. I want to put my index and middle finger right over those seams. That's the first way. The second way is you just turn the ball and you put your index and middle finger right across the seams that way, going horizontal. The third pitch I wanted to talk to you guys about was a changeup. This is similar to it looks similar to a four-seam fastball in that you want the position of the ball to be the backward C that I was talking to you guys about. The only difference is your ring finger and your middle finger and your ring finger are going to be the ones that go over the C, the backward C. You want your index and your thumb touching, making almost an oval on the bottom, and you want your pinky tucked under. Another pitch was a curveball, the traditional curveball. This pitch is thrown many different ways. The way the majority of the guys like to throw it was looking at it from my side. I want the seams making a U, and I want my index and ring finger and middle finger positioned at the farthest right seam of that U. The knuckle curve is going to be positioned the same way, except you want your index finger folded. You want it cupped. And your slider is going to be also positioned the same way, except for your slider and curveball release different ways, which I'll show you guys later in the video. Now, getting into what movement it'll give you. Your four-seam fastball is not going to give you typically any movement. These pitches are used for when you need a sure strike. You basically rely on your location to get it through the hitters, and this pitch is literally just going to go over the top and just release it regular. No turning of the wrist or anything. Your two-seam fastball, the second pitch that I showed you guys, that's the one where if you want a little bit of cut to it, you throw it regular. And some guys like to give it just a little bit of tail. You don't have to, because it'll give you a little bit of a tail either way, just the way you're holding the seams. This ball is going to be the fastball. If you want a fastball that's going to give you a cut or a tail to it, you want to throw this pitch. The third one that I showed you guys was a changeup. This is the slowest pitch in the game, and it's literally, you're just going to literally throw it like a fastball, except for in the very end, you're going to turn your wrist. This will give it that tail that you need going away from the direction of your arm. And depending on the way the pitchers release it, sometimes it'll give you a tail off to the side, or sometimes it'll give you a drop. It'll be the same way. You release it the same way. Just depends on what your arm ends up releasing it like. Now the curveball, this pitch is, you're gonna go across, except for you don't want the inside of your wrist to show. You want kind of the side of it to show, and you kind of want to cock your wrist. So when you're releasing it, you want to cock your wrist, and this ball is meant to come out this way. Give it that top spin almost, and that'll be what gives you the top spin, the 12-6 break. And the knuckle curve, this pitch will be released the same exact way. It'll be, you want it to release on top, except for these are almost always going to give you the 12-6 break because of the position of the finger, of your index finger. You want, like I was saying, you want to release it. You want to make sure the ball releases over your hand. Now the slider, like I said, was positioned exactly the same as curveball, and the way you release this is you want to come off to the side. You don't want to cock your wrist as much as you do the curveball, but you want this pitch to snap out of your hand with the momentum of your arm going that direction. You're just going to kind of just snap it. The force that you give your arm to go forward is what's going to snap the pitch and make it do that loop and kind of slide off to the left, away from right-handed hitters. Now I hope this video informed you guys a lot about the different kinds of pitches there is and how to throw each and the movements they do. Especially I hope it helped those of you that are interested in the sport and really like it. And as my pitching coach used to say, the pitcher is the most important position out there. Without a pitcher, there's no game. He's the one that controls the tempo of the game. And thank you guys for watching.